The Fall Festival hasn't occurred yet, so.
Yeah.
But he come over.
What can I do? What can't I do?
Make it effective immediately. Yeah. That would be the one good favor we could do to the next administration, make them not have to read these damn ordinances.
What?
I don't know how old that is, but it's, we put it in there, probably because there was a fight about something. Yeah, that's how everything starts. Yeah, post the newspaper, get it, thought everyone more in. Yeah. Keeps them alive on our publication. You know, they gave you a magnifying glass.
Didn't he? That's great. Because he just took those off, right?
He took all three.
Oh, all three.
Yeah.
Any chance of son-in-law?
Miami down Dave County.
We'll see you in a minute.
They said Chicago had 100 of them ordered. They delivered 25 and they cut the order. I think now there's they just
Quiet in here.
So in other words, they're
Now it's
saying
not.
Chicago was fine.
Diddle came in, everything got quiet.
Yeah, E.F. Hutton
Chicago Fire Department. Their squads.
and Jay Kittle
With the bench
talks people listen.
That's right. You and E.F. Hutton?
Yeah.
There's what he needs.
Oh, yeah.
Cold weather here yet?
Hot out.
Have a good vacation?
Really? I know you did.
Well, actually, I did, but
I know.
I've
Feel bad about telling all of us about it too. You should.
I did. Well, I got sick on Wednesday and for real, so. Felt like a heart attack.
I can imagine.
Still there, but
Really? That's not good. It's no fun when you're on vacation.
no, I know, right?
Heck yeah. Okay, we'll call to order. Thank you for being here first. But we'll call to order the Lawrenceburg Board of Works meeting for September the 18th, 2017. Could I get a roll call, please?
Member Paul Seymour Jr.
Here.
Member Alan Calloway.
Here.
Police Chief Don Combs.
Here.
Fire Chief Johnny Tremaine.
Here.
EMS Director Bobby Mills.
Here.
City Attorney Del Weldon.
Here.
Utility Director Olin Clausen. President Kelly Milan.
Yep.
And myself.
Okay, any announcements? I have none tonight. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry, and I have an additional set of meeting minutes for was a special Board of Works on September the 5th, I believe, at 2017. Wait,
I have an emergency special board at,
yeah, no, I'm sorry, it's September 8th, I'm sorry. September 8th at 4 o'clock, emergency special Board of Works. That was to approve the storm sewer work on Tate Street. So I'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. Thank you. Committee reports. Fire Chief Johnny Tremaine.
Playing a little bit of catch up, but we have passed out the August run totals for you. We had 37 for August. And also, the very last page is just, I put together a timeline for the fire department. And basically what's going to happen during Fall Fest week for us. If you see things going on and kind of wonder, it might be on there.
Okay.
Also, we're doing some little planning with these projects going on around here. We've been in contact with some specialized rescue teams in case we ever need their help. They come down and we talked to Northern Kentucky last. Wonder what the board.
Okay. All right, Police Chief Donnie Combs.
Mayor, the only thing I have tonight is we applied for a grant to supply all the officers with a portable breath test that they carry around in their cars, and we got that grant, so we'll supply all the officers with that. It cost us $0.
Who's that through?
The grant?
You remember? State?
Yeah, it's just state.
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, good. Anything else?
That's all I have.
EMS Director, Mr. Mills?
Yeah, Mayor, the monthly totals for August is 147 calls. And we're still highlighting our overdoses in red if you see this.
Okay.
They're still low numbers.
Okay.
That's all I have.
All right. Thank you. Your vehicles are holding up?
As of right now, we have one in the garage.
Okay.
We should have it back tomorrow. It's the power steering line.
Okay.
Other than that, they're doing pretty good so far.
Okay. Thanks. All right. I have no new business to share tonight, unless anyone up here would happen to have anything on new business. Old business, Mr. Todd, the Speedway restroom revised engineer's estimate.
Your Honor, that's a carryover from the last meeting. I think we spoke about it. Rosewood Engineering is pretty well going back, redesigning to the spec of the board's wishes as far as cost.
Okay.
Should have more information next meeting on that.
More hard costs, is that what? Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Have they been hired to design this thing, to put it out for bid yet, or are they just still?
I think you're just doing the estimate.
Just what they're doing, the hard documents to put out the bid.
Okay. All right.
But we'll bring those back in front of you before we put them out
All right.
to get your blessings.
All right.
Okay, so we won't take any, well, I'll just take a motion to table this until next meeting.
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. Next item is the Purple Road improvements, which includes the change order.
Yes, I think everyone has a packet. It seems like every job I know the city does, we run into change order costs. Purple Roads, it's kind of run into a nightmare. Olin was installing the water line prior to us going in to do some construction. With the construction of the water line, we found some bad soils. Olin, I don't know if you want to speak to those conditions.
I can speak to the water line project. Anytime we've got road projects or things going on in the city, we always want to make sure that we've got something. We don't have something there that needs done, so we're doing it at the same time. This particular project, wasn't on our 5-year radar, but since the city was doing it and there was need to do that, we escalated our time to do the work now. And guys, as always the case, we got into the project and found other things with the piping and a box culvert and some things that were there. But for us, the subsoils didn't have any bearing on us.
And again, the discovery of the bad soils is good for our parts because we can remove them at this time, instead of having the added cost 3 or 4 years from now. In front of you is a breakdown sheet for the change order. We've had discussions with staff and our engineering department. We figure the best and easiest way to do this, staying compliant after meeting with legal, is to go with Mr. Sloan, which has the original project. What he has done is put together a cost sheet that has a not-to-exceed number based on the estimate of his labor, his equipment, and some of the miscellaneous material costs.
Okay, so, I mean, ideally, then we could approve his rates, per unit rate, right? Because in case we need to do anything less or.
And again, this is going to probably come under, of course, we hope, come under the cost estimate. And if it even starts to inch its way up, where it's going to exceed, we'll stop it, bring it back to you folks and explain what's going on.
Okay. All right, you guys got anything you want to add?
When we talked, Mario, we had a hard number that he was covering himself on, so we knew it was going to be high.
Correct.
And now we've also got a sheet that's got a time and material with all the quantities on it.
Correct.
Is that the way I'm understanding?
Correct.
And
what that does, Paul, you know, in all fairness to the contractor, it does protect him, plus protects the city.
well, here's my only problem with it is not to exceed at this time of year means that you're gonna stop the project, come back to us, ask us to finish it, and you're running out of time to finish it. We gotta get it done.
Correct.
We don't have a choice. We've got a good contractor up there. He's worked good. He's saved the city a lot of money over the years. I just want y'all to get it done.
Okay. Now,
Work every day you can. Let's get it done.
and Terry's the type of contract, he'll put, you know, some long hours in, and get the job done. But again, we want to be able to have the support, when it comes to the paperwork to give to you folks on his rates, his equipment.
So is the question tonight which direction we want to go? How does legal feel about me doing away with the not to exceed number? I don't want it slowed down because this kind of project, you could be coming up on hours within an asphalt plant closing and you're wanting to get it done and here we are, waiting for a meeting to happen.
Yeah, and yeah, I reviewed this project and the way that it's kind of unfolded. I think what we're doing tonight is essentially approving a deviation from the normal limits on a change order for the project. And we're doing that because additional conditions were discovered through no fault of the contractor, just natural conditions with the soil conditions. Also, the project actually will add significant additional enhancements that weren't originally contemplated in the sense of the utility improvements, widening the road, adding curbs and gutters. And so for those reasons, because it was, again, not a result of any miscalculation by the contractor, but rather natural conditions, I think it's perfectly legal and permissible to approve a deviation, just as you've stated, Mr. Seymour.
I'd like to make
Go ahead and make it in the form of a motion.
I'd like to make a motion that we move forward with the quantities and hourly rates, and our staff, you know, keep
Keep an eye on it.
tabs on it.
Okay. Second?
I'll second it in a second, but I just got one question. Does this also include the work around the pond dam and everything? That's the whole entire project?
Correct.
Okay. All right, I'll second that motion then.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I have no other additional old business. Anything to share?
I got one thing to share, two things to
Okay.
share. First of all, I'd like to thank Olin for, putting some blacktop up there at the corner of Pribble and 48. Made it quite a bit better. It is starting to sink a little bit, but we'll keep an eye on that and let you know if it needs maybe a little bit more or something. Have topped in there. And I'd like to thank Mr. Combs for slowing people down up there on Pribble Circle. It's worked quite well with the sign and just a presence once in a while. We're getting a message that they need to slow down. So thank you very much for that.
No problem. All right, anything else? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
Motion.
Question.
Yes.
Just real quick questions. I noticed that the coatings, we got 2 different checks this time on page 10 on the tennis court. Are we making that out, the $3,200 one, and holding it?
Yes.
Should we just not make it out, or we're gonna hold it? And I'd like for it to be brought back to the Board of Works before we pay it out, period. I went up and it's, not done yet. So, I definitely don't want that paid.
Which one is this, Paul?
$3,250 to the company that put the coating on the tennis courts.
Yeah.
I believe we okayed $10,000.
We did, Paul, and I spoke with that contractor, and we actually can hold both checks. They're in agreement to that until they get back here to fix
Do we
it.
hold any retainings on for a period of time on that?
No, because we actually have a bond, a performance bond.
We do?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
But they did agree we can hold both checks if this board would see fit.
I'm fine with that.
Holding both checks?
I don't think we need to hold both. I don't think it's that big a deal.
I got a feeling they won't be back they're booked. I don't think we're gonna see them until spring of next year.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold both checks then.
Okay.
Good answer. Good. That was simple.
Page 12.
Yes.
Unfamiliar name, Palmer and Bernie, LLP. Who are they?
They're a bankruptcy attorney.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I got there. And then, I see we're giving a row house grant for that hadn't ran out. We still got, is there any more of those? We got one more of those.
There shouldn't be, Mr. Seymour, and the reason that grant came up again is because, if you remember when Mr. Davis bought those 2 units, he basically turned them into one. So he did one less firewall than what would have been required for the 2 units. The couple that's bought that and renovated them needed another firewall. So they've complied, just like everyone else in the row did.
Okay. All right, so they already got a C of O and everything because they're obviously living in it. So.
Yeah, apparently it's pretty nice.
All right, I'd like to make a motion that we,
Approve the claims, but hold back the 2 checks for the, what was the name of the company again?
Leslie Coatings.
Coatings?
Leslie
Okay.
Coatings.
Is that the motion, Paul?
Yep.
Okay, can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion will carry. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Second? All those in favor? All right. Utility Board, as soon as we're seated, please. Looks cold outside. All right. Everybody here? Oh, he doesn't count. All right, we'll call to order the Lawrenceburg Utility Board meeting for September 18th, 2017. Could I get a roll call, please?
Member Anthony Abbott?
Here.
Member Aaron Cook?
Here.
Member Mel Davis?
Here.
Member Randy Abner?
Here.
Member Paul Seymour Jr.?
here.
City Attorney Del Weldon?
Here.
Utility Director Olin Clausen?
Present.
President Kelly Malone?
Here.
And myself.
All right, any announcements?
I'll cover it under committee reports.
Okay. If no announcements, I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
How about one so moved? Tony, so moved?
So moved.
All right, second. All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Committee reports.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like for Mike Harper and Shane Holloway to come up, please. We competed in the IMEA Lyman Rodeo up in Mishawaka, Indiana, this past weekend. This is the third rodeo event that these guys have participated in. First one was here in Lawrenceburg, Whiskey City Rodeo. Second was at Nationals in San Antonio, and the third was up here at Mishawaka. The guys have progressively or steadily improved in this area. They say it's not about a competition, but when we get up there, it is good for us because people know where Lawrenceburg is. They know where we're from, and these guys, and Scott's not here. Scott was part of the team. He's at his daughter's soccer game. They really do a stellar job in being advocates or out promoting the good name of the utility and of the city. And so they're good representatives for you all when they're out there. And everybody loves Lawrenceburg. In the closing statements that they made at the rodeo banquet, I believe they asked us if we'd take the rodeo back this coming season, and obviously we would. From me and from the guys, we appreciate all the support that you guys give us in the rodeo and to be able to do these things. We acknowledge that. But tonight, I would like to let everybody see the awards. Guys, you want to help me with these? And you can tell us a little bit about the awards. We got four separate awards. We got, out of about a dozen teams, a little more than a dozen teams, we placed third overall. Got second place in the alley arm changeout. Is that right?
Yes.
And third place in hurt man rescue, and third in
Transformer cutout and capacitor change out.
So, and keep in mind that I let these guys have about an hour's worth of practice total before they went up there. We just
How nice of you.
He's a
little tough on you. We've been busy and we haven't had as much time as we'd like to prepare, but the guys did a great job. We also last minute had some. I'm going to come out to the lectern to address you.
You guys have to take a look at it.
No, I haven't seen it. Like to see it too.
We also had some things occur in with the rodeo this year that left the entire organization kind of in a lurch.
Nice.
We had a couple of big utilities that pulled out last minute for further reasons. Plus, we had things going on in Florida that everybody's aware of that took a lot of the support down to the Florida area. And so LMU and its staff stepped up and filled the gaps in a lot of places where there were holes. And so from many people, the mayor of Mishawaka, their utility director, many of them asked me to specifically thank the Utility Service Board for allowing their folks to go up and to participate and to help and to be of assistance. It was very, very much appreciated. I would say that probably is quintessentially, that is probably the spirit of public power
Fold underneath it.
on full display. When people are going to other people's communities, helping out, supporting them, and helping them with things. These are the kinds of things that got me interested in public power, that keeps me in public power. So anyway, guys, I appreciate your efforts, and thank you.
Make sure you tell Scott thank you as well, so.
We have.
He doesn't need it, right? Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Very fine job.
On other committee reports, we have our fiber optics project and data center project have gone to bid. I spent the majority of the day today soliciting responders to the bid. Different companies that I know of or were told to calling them, giving them the FTP site so they can download the plans and things. We anticipate having a pre-bid meeting on the 27th and opening bids in this chamber on October 16th, I believe, for the bid openings. So that's progressing nicely. I'm excited that's a lot of hard work's gone into that, to see it kind of culminating into something that's going to be a tangible project. It's exciting. and it's going to be good for the city too. Trying to think. I believe that's all I've got for committee reports, Your Honor.
All right. Yeah, I'm excited about the fiber, that's for sure. Any new business?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Any old business?
Yes, under old business, we've had some meetings to discuss some potential settlements with a customer that we have. I've met with you individually to discuss this. I'm looking for authority from this board this evening so that I can go forward and work out the settlement agreements, the nuances to that, and bring back to you a number that hopefully we can all accept.
Any questions before I ask for a motion? No. Okay, I ask for a motion to give Mr. Clausen the ability to move forward with a settlement, a potential settlement with an unnamed customer. I just need a motion to allow him to move forward with that.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? That motion will carry. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all that I have.
Okay. All right, if nothing else, I'll take a motion to approve the claims. Second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion is approved, and I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Mike, if you and Scott
Second.
and Shane
Second.
could come by here
Thanks, Aaron.
tomorrow.
I thought all of us was talking about for a minute.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry.
With the mayor.
All right, call to order the council
Yeah, you can
meeting for
come off.
September 18th, 2017. All rise for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Can I get a roll call, please?
Member Anthony Abbott.
Here.
Member Aaron Cook.
Here.
Member Mel Davis.
Here.
Member Randy Abner.
Here.
Member Paul Seymour Jr.
Here.
Police Chief Don Combs.
Here.
Fire Chief Johnny Tremaine.
Here.
EMS Director Bobby Mills. City Attorney Del Weldon.
Here.
Utility Director Olin Clausen.
Present.
Mayor Kelly Malone.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, announcements, we'll go to, I got a couple first. I just want to remind folks that Fall Fest is quickly among us. Next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 28th, 29th, and 30th. It's going to be very, very busy in town. Pray for good weather, that's for sure, but it's going to be busy and it's going to be full. And I know we've done a good job of preparing security personnel, and I know they'll do a good job as well. The other thing I want to mention is I chose the wrong game for the football team to pay out $500 per touchdown, but it's all good for the people that were affected. I know Tony sent me a text right away, said whose idea was this? But anyway.
A little more defense than that game.
Yeah. It ended up 44-34. Lawrenceburg on top, though, so that's a good thing. It cost the city $5,500 that will be sent to an organization called Samaritan's Purse that actually they're going to distribute to Houston and to Florida. Okay. So it'll go to both places. So
What was the name again?
Samaritan's Purse.
Purse?
Purse. Okay. So I appreciate you guys buying into that. I know that it'll be money well spent, and never know. We hope we never have to have reciprocation of any of that, or reciprocity, but you never know. Anyway, other things I just I won't do it now. Board reports, streets, alleys, and curbs. Mr. Cook?
There's a few things, Mayor. Mr. Callaway talked about the Pribble Circle up there. It's and he got that sign, so it slowed people down up there, I guess, he's saying.
Yes.
There's a stop sign messed up at, on Arch, right there at the first stop sign, Arch by VP over there. Just the bottom section says four-way, all crumbled up. And as far as sidewalks go, I've got a few complaints over the past month about, I guess, Captain's Tavern put something out on their sidewalk, like, blocking stuff off during events, and people in wheelchairs can't get by there.
We're going out too far?
Yeah, whatever, I don't know what it is, but whatever they're putting out, it's too far.
Yeah, they're ropes, they're things
Yeah, so the
probably.
people in wheelchairs aren't able to get around that.
Didn't we send them a letter about that?
About garbage. We approached them about garbage.
Okay, I thought.
And that's cleaned up. But
I thought both of those things were on that letter.
I don't believe so, but I'll readdress that with this part with them. I don't recall that being on the letter anyway, Tony.
I know, well, we did say something about it, discussed it, so.
I think you're right, but I'll readdress it with them. Okay. All right, anything else?
No, that was all I had, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. All right, Finance, Mr. Abbott.
Everything looks fine.
All right, Parks and Playgrounds, Mr. Seymour Jr.
I only got one question. How soon, as in tomorrow, are we gonna have our flag up at City Hall? I noticed they hauled it off today, and I've been sitting there waiting.
We've got a shorter pole we're gonna install.
Huh?
We've got a shorter pole. It's sitting at the garage. Hopefully tomorrow we can get it installed.
That's not the one that's supposed to go to the adult center, is it?
We've got one for them also.
Okay.
Good. I think they're gonna hold off for the adult center if we're gonna talk about it and see if they got the grant for the other work to be done. I think it's a new concrete area.
Okay.
Well, I'd sure like to see it completed with the flag. I don't know if there's rules at City Halls, but we need to get that up as quick as we can.
If we could get the digger possibly tomorrow, I know they've been busy with the utilities.
Yeah, I can help whenever.
Okay, anything else, Paul? Okay. Fire Department, Mr. Abner?
The only thing we got is, I just was informed that the 105-foot ladder truck's back in service. We had some ladder issues with that. I guess he sent a specialist down to look at it, and everything passed. Everything's okay with it.
Everything looked good on it.
Other than that, everything's cool.
Is the big Halloween blast going on again this year over there?
Yeah.
Okay. That, you'll talk more about that, I guess, in the coming meetings?
Yeah, Rob was questioning that the other day, so I think he's reaching out to Mary.
Gotcha. Okay, I figured Mary would be. Okay, any other announcements? If not, I'll approve the minutes. I'd like a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So move. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. I believe we had another meeting, a work session. There was a budget session for
September 7th.
September 7th. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes for September 7th's work session. Second?
Second.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. Thank you. Committee reports, Fire Chief Johnny Tremaine.
Everybody should have a copy of last month's runs in front of them. Via.
Okay. Police Chief Donnie Combs.
Thank you, Mayor. Kind of goes back on that relief, one of my officers, Josh Martini, on his own time. He was director of food out in Houston to help with some of the relief. And it was quite experiencing. So he took some supplies and spent his own money.
I spoke to Josh Friday night about that at the homecoming parade, and he said it was a very, very rewarding experience for him and his girlfriend. Exactly. Yeah.
The only other thing is we helped with a memorial ride this past Saturday through town to get them out to Front Street to Greendale and staying busy. Everything else is doing fine. Just preparing.
Okay.
That's all I have.
EMS Director Bobby Mills.
No further.
Okay. New business. I've got a couple here. One that's not in your packet that just showed up today, and we can table it if you want. But the community garden folks over here, Pastor Northcutt over here, they're asking permission to put up a nice sign that says South Community Gardens and things like that, and it'll say sponsored by City of Lawrenceburg. They just wanted permission to erect it. I believe they've already talked with Mike Clark, because Mike sent it up to my office. So I thought I'd bring it up tonight. So, I don't know how you guys feel about that, or you okay with it? If you're okay with it, we'll let them proceed forward. They gotta stay within our ordinance, of course, on signs. But, I wanted to make sure you guys were aware, since it's our piece of property.
I think they took care of it pretty good this year, and I don't hear any complaints.
They're mowing it, trimming it, and I know some people have got some good tomatoes out of it.
Brian?
No. Unless he went over and picked them himself.
That's what I'm talking about.
He might have.
We had 90 pounds of cucumbers headed to the clearinghouse.
No kidding.
90 pounds.
90 pounds of cucumbers at the clearinghouse. It's good stuff, guys. That's good stuff. I'm glad we're able to help in our small way. But I'll entertain a motion to approve them, giving them the okay to put a sign up.
So move.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. Thank you. The other one is the third annual Monster Mash Dash. This is sponsored by Ivy Tech. This is their 5K run and walk, which will be October 28th at 8:30 a.m. up at the, starting at the clock tower. They just want to make sure and ask for permission to use the trail and the area up there. So I entertain a motion to approve that Ivy Tech 5K run and walk. Did I hear some?
Motion to approve.
Okay, second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Next item would be the donation committee recommendations. You see those in front of you. I won't read them all. Any questions regarding those? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve the donation committee recommendations.
So moved.
Second.
Oh, okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Okay, the only other item I got is something that's come up in the last week from over at the garage. Wood chipper sort of went kaput, and they're asking for permission to purchase a different one. I said, hey, go out and get me some prices on a new one, but they came back and said they've got their eye on a used one, which is about a fourth of the cost of the new one. And I told them I would bring it to your attention. It's looking at about a $20,000 purchase, but is this a piece of equipment that we use quite a bit?
I don't like the idea of our city buying any used equipment. That's what we have now. I agree with you, Kelly, but I would like the guys to do research on this stuff. I'd like them to get an exhibition possibly and get prices.
Okay.
But I would encourage them to buy new. I don't think we're asking anybody else to do anything. I just don't believe we should be at that point.
I feel the same way. Last time we bought used equipment, we didn't fare very well.
Well, I asked the same question because like I said, my first statement to Mr. Massey was go get us some pricing on new ones. We really like to, you think we can do this with the used one? But I will go back and tell them your guys' thoughts, and I know they'll appreciate it, of course. I share your sentiments. I agree. I'm not big into. I mean, if we can afford it, we should get them what they need.
Shouldn't have to buy someone else's
I would
problem.
like them to put an effort in cleaning that piece of equipment up, talking to Andy, and maybe getting it on auction that Andy uses, and he comes out pretty good on it.
Governmentbids.com or whatever it is.
You getting all this, Mr. Messmer?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, good idea. Yeah. Heck yeah. Just so you know, this is information only, but, we, in next year's budget, we budgeted for a new, front-loading garbage truck. But I think it's Mr. Kemper that's currently driving that, the one we got, and, it went belly up. We are currently able to borrow one from Bestway to get us through. What I've asked Mr. Massey is to go ahead and start getting pricing on the new one. I don't know how many, what the lead time is or anything like that. And I think they got a couple prices back, relatively close. I'll have him come and make a presentation to us. They also got some pricing on trading in big old red or big red, whatever you guys call it. So I'll let him come and present that, but I just want to give you guys a heads up. If you see a Bestway truck around town, we did not contract Bestway. Contrary to what anybody believes. I can see Facebook already. So, anyway, that's just for information only, guys. Okay, what I would ask for tonight as well, because Mr. Blondell was going to present the next three. Actually, I would like to ask to table the zoning map amendment ordinance, Maple Street ordinance, and the vacating of the alley until the next meeting. If I could get a motion to table those three items.
So move.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, it's all the new business I have.
Mayor, can I bring up one thing under new
You
business?
sure can.
I should have brought it up under announcements, but
Yeah.
is there any way that you can establish some kind of, I don't know what it would be, ordinance, I don't know what it would be, but where when people set out their trash cans with the automatic truck, they have to have it like so many feet away from other objects? Because, Lanny does a good job, but I was following down the road this morning, and so many people are putting their trash cans like this far from their car. He's getting right in there, but it's just like an accident waiting to happen, I feel like. If we could put like a note in the utility bills, like 3 feet or something, I don't know.
Good idea. That'd be the best way we could get it out, right? Olin, through there.
He didn't mention it to me, but I was just watching him go down the street, and some people, like I said, they're putting like this far away from their car, so he's having to perfectly get it in there,
Wow. Next thing you know, we'll be paying for the car.
Yeah, exactly.
Will you give me some language on that, on how you want to read, and I'll have it in the newsletter?
And there may be where we can actually go out and mark an area. If they have, questions, we can actually physically put a mark there where it should go or needs to go.
Okay.
I paid for a planner already also.
Yeah. Can you, between you and Aaron, draft something to put into the utility envelopes?
And the house I'm talking about is right next door to that, the house right before that, because the car was here and they put their trash can like super close to the car.
Well, they knew they wanted a new car.
Yeah.
Or if you don't like your neighbor.
Yeah.
You don't like your neighbor, you just put your trash can next to it. All right, I'm sorry. I went out. Anything else?
I have one thing, I don't know if we bring this under old business or new business. I'm getting some complaints from our local companies, cab companies, about the Uber and the Lyft that's in town now. They don't have to follow by the same ordinance as they do. Is there something we can put in our local ordinance from them coming out of state, picking up here, and
I don't know.
it's really hurting local cab companies. So,
I couldn't answer definitively one way or the other, but I would say probably not. I would have to lean that way. The reason that we can regulate our local cab companies is because they're physically headquartered here. So
They have a license.
Yeah, and they have a license, so they're saying, hey, we're gonna set up our company here in the city of Lawrenceburg, and, in our stand, and then set our cars out. If a cab company sets up even in Aurora, we don't regulate them, we just have reciprocity with Aurora. So you think about Uber and Lyft, and they're headquartered in California or wherever. Plus, they're just so far away from a traditional cab company, it would be probably impossible to do that, and really impossible to regulate it, even if we were to pass something.
Well, a lot of other cities are having the same issues with Uber and other companies like Uber. The biggest issues that I've heard of or talked to people about is the insurance, liability insurance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they require a certain amount of insurance
They do.
or not.
The car has to be a certain year, like 2005 or newer.
They go
and
through a
insurance,
stringent
yeah.
checklist.
Yeah, they do.
Well, they asked me about it, and I told them I would ask to see if there was anything we could or could not do, so.
Yeah, I just, I can't imagine we'll do all we can do it. If there is something, then I'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else, guys? Okay, under old business, revisit from last meeting, all we did was going to change the name on this Civic Park Fund ordinance, and just a little background real quick. What we're doing is setting up this ordinance strictly for the Civic Park project over here on Short Street. And the intention is to move the funds that we currently have in the private loan program fund, which is, and don't hold me to this, I believe it's like $5.9 million, okay? The plan is to move this over, and then we will then go back and discontinue that fund, but then that money will stay in the Civic Park fund until the Civic Park is over. Any additional funds left over will then be transferred into the rainy day fund.
Or to some other fund as we see fit.
Well, I don't know you can do that. It has to come back from,
Has to come back to there.
yeah, it has to go back unless it goes to rainy day. Rainy day is one of those that you can use for any lawful purpose, so, yeah. So that's the reason. So anyway, just remember that when you're voting, or whatever, or if you don't vote.
Have we signed any contracts, engineering or design or anything?
No, they're just, they're working with the steering team committee, like you guys know what we've known. I think they're gonna have another meeting coming up.
Good.
The 28th?
28th?
10 o'clock in the morning?
At the firehouse.
At the firehouse.
September 28th.
Yeah, for the steering team, they want steering team only, but I mean, that's the only people that would be participating, but whatever's part of that.
10:30?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor, and we did the first reading at the last meeting with those changes that were requested by council. I'll just ask for a vote on the first reading of ordinance number 8-2017.
Okay, I entertain a motion to approve the Civic Park Fund Ordinance, first reading. Which one was that, number 8?
It's 8, yes, sir.
Ordinance number 8-2017.
Vote.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. I'll entertain a motion to suspend the rules. I hate this part. Suspend the rules, and read the second reading of ordinance 8-2017 for the second reading.
So move.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Please read the second reading by title only.
Yes, Your Honor, it's ordinance number 8-2017, ordinance closing private loan program fund, creating the Civic Park Development Fund.
Okay, I entertain a motion to approve the second reading of ordinance number 8-2017.
So move.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. I'll entertain a motion to suspend the rules and read the third and final reading of ordinance number 8-2017.
Vote.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed?
I'm getting it along quick as we
What are you
can.
trying to do here tonight? Okay, please read the third and final reading by title only, please.
Yes, Your Honor, ordinance number 8-2017, ordinance closing private loan program fund, creating Civic Park Development Fund.
All right, then I'll entertain a motion to approve the third and final reading of ordinance number 8-2017.
Vote.
Second?
Second.
Did you second it, Tony?
Yes, I did.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. All right, thank you. I have no other additional old business unless anyone up here does.
I do. I got a couple things.
Yes, sir.
On our new noise ordinance,
Yes.
I have some neighbors that don't like each other. So what one neighbor is doing is putting the radio in the window next to their house, and their houses are just so far apart.
I do that sometimes.
And they're driving the old couple crazy.
Okay.
Lawrenceburg police been called about 3 or 4 times and say there's nothing they can do about it. Now, so in our ordinance, Do you mean to say that we can turn the radio up as loud as we want outside? Or is there something that we can do about it? They've been called,
I mean, we can ask them to turn it down. We have gone over there.
yes.
Sometimes we've gone over there, we don't hear anything.
Party's over.
Well, I'm reading on Facebook what this guy is saying. We're going to party all day long and a bunch of really bad things.
We also pay attention over there. We've been paying attention, and we go over there when we get called.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're not doing anything, Don. That's not my point. I'm thinking, do we need to look at our ordinance? Because the police department told them that there's nothing they can do between 7 a.m. and 9 p.m. if the radio is up too loud.
I mean, if it's a noise, I mean, if it's disturbing.
So will you tell your patrolmen that they can do something about it, because they're telling them they can't do anything between 7 a.m. and 9 p.m.? So, I mean, is that in the ordinance, or is that not in the ordinance?
We can do something.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, well, I just got calls today. I mean, it's almost daily for the last
Listen,
week.
if my radio, if I'm in my backyard and my radio's too loud and Mr. DeWeese wants me to turn it down, he calls
Common
the cops.
courtesy, yes.
That's what it is. It's common courtesy.
It's just common courtesy, but,
It'll be taken care of. If it's way too loud, we'll be there, we'll turn it down. You just can't be blasting the radio.
yeah, then they moved their grill over next to the house on the side of the porch, and they smoke it up as much as they can when the old lady is sitting on the sidewalk. They're pissing out the second floor windows. They're just doing anything they can to upset this old couple.
They were in the office, one of them was in the office today about fireworks. So I left him, or give him, the state law in regarding the fireworks.
I wish we could do something for this couple. We need to do something besides just go over and say nothing we can do.
Is it, we can take it offline, but maybe we could just make a courtesy visit to the residents, and
Okay.
at least they know that we know.
Thank you. One other thing is the stop sign that we installed on St. Clair Street.
Want it down there?
Look, no. We want speed bumps right in front of, no. They're actually, since we took the temporary sign down, nobody knows they're there, and they're just flying right by them. I'm being told by the neighbors, they wanted to know if we could put the temporary sign back up maybe to remind people longer, to get it in their head, or...
We kind of spoke this was probably going to happen. I think we need to just relocate the permanent sign at somehow, some way.
Is it in a spot that you don't see it very well, or?
Well, there's a tree right in front there, and
Can we do any painting, Mario, like they
the stop bars.
Stop.
are?
Don't we have some old poles we took off Lawrence Street and put a stoplight there?
Mike's got them.
We'll try to make it.
How about if we put some lights across the street?
Yeah, that's low now.
Mayor,
Make them red.
Yeah.
Make them red.
let us work on that. We'll try to make it a little,
But we could put let's put the temporary one back up, just for temporary, I want to make sure it stays, it's safe if we can get it.
And then will you look in to see if we can put it in a different spot to see? Sure. What about the white going across the street
on
saying
the sign.
stop? Maybe that would help.
They have the white line.
Oh, they do?
Got done
Do they have
Friday.
stop on it?
it has a stop bar, but
It's-
we're actually talking about putting
Yeah.
the verbiage, stop on the,
It's going to take some time for them to know that it's there.
A lot of it is from the casino, and that's why.
Okay.
It's not the
They don't
local, it's
know.
not the local traffic,
Okay.
so they only go there once a month, so they don't see it.
Gotcha. Okay. Anything else?
I think that's it.
You done?
Our lights on Walnut Street, I just talked with,
We're gonna
Bring it up.
We're gonna turn red and green for Christmas for you, Tony.
no, I want blue.
Okay.
Can we turn them blue for a while?
Yes.
Hey, if you turn them blue, they don't look so much like a car lot. Now, if you want, I've seen where some guys got those big blow-up monsters with the wiggly arms and stuff. We can put one at the end of into Walnut Street, that look neat. Car lot.
I got one, I'll rent you.
Any other old business? Any other old business?
Now, wait,
This is going south.
can we go blue?
Okay, we'll entertain comments from the audience. I'd rather hear from the audience. All right, if not, We have some advance payments for approval, just, they're all Fall Fest related. These are payments that had to be made prior to Fall Fest. You got them in your packet. That should about do it for that. So I'll entertain a motion to approve those advance payments.
What's the big one at the bottom?
Is that Mr. Swindell?
That's Cole Swindell. Friday nights,
Friday night.
That's his
Yes.
finishing move there.
yeah.
Is he the star of the weekend?
One of the stars.
He's a diva.
He's one of the stars. You'll have to ask her right here.
Talk to Casey.
She'll tell you all about it.
He's good.
He has the #1 country song on the charts right now. So, I mean, we think just is the perfect time.
Don't forget about Brent.
Any other questions before we go? Opposed? I'll entertain a motion to approve the advance payments.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims. Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion is approved, and a motion to adjourn.
So made.
Second. Oh, wait, you can't do that. Give me a first. Second. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, everybody, to come out and listen to these clowns.
We need to sign ordinances.
I ain't signing nothing.
Yeah, the ordinance. Wait, don't go anywhere.
Ask this girl right here. It's her pick right there.
Yes. Yes. I would have gone with Tammany way too much.
Like a regular niche they call it, like, who's gonna say, we come up with something. We come up with something.
If he tells me
If it's
to.
in concrete, it's sealed, how much more you have.
Wait, Randy.
Okay. Well, let me work on it.
I need a
Guys, if you
signature.
don't hear from me, we rattle my.
Tony.
Now. Oh, hey,
I
love you
need a
too.
signature.
You're very, very welcome. Yeah, that's the 24th.
Last couple of weeks, I
I am Grudley, and I'm so sorry about.
Good.
All right. Have a good one.
Are you gonna get a new one? Can't replace it, huh?
We tried to entertain him.
No.